Hey, my name is Jobby, and today we're taking a look at the Master Grade Zaku 2.0. For those of you unfamiliar, this is a model kit, which means it came disassembled, and I spent a good chunk of my life painting and building this thing. Now, this specific model kit you don't have to paint because out of the box it looks fine, but I'm crazy. So I really like the design of this mech. It's got really simple rounded shapes, making it look like a product of its time. The 80s. Despite that, it's got a great amount of mechanical detail, making it feel like a real machine. Now, a cool thing about the build of this thing is that you basically built the skeleton and then put the armor over it. And I went ahead and painted that skeleton, also known as an inner frame. Hopefully the paint job I gave this figure makes it look even more like a real machine. With all the dry brushing, the grime, the scars, the dirt, I wanted it to look like a tank that's been through hell. And you know, I think I pulled it off. For the most part. Now, I may have overdone the scarring and the dirt. The more I look at it, the more it looks like poop. But I guess exaggerating the damage makes it look good from far away. The scarring on the head kinda sucks though. I think one would have been enough. And that crack on that piece was accidental, but I think it looks good. And the shield could have been better. Maybe the bullet holes are too deep, or this cut comes out of nowhere. I don't know, something just bothers me about it. I do like how the weathering on the logo came out. My logic when applying all this dirt was that an explosion happened on his face and on the sides, so that's why the dirt on the shield looks like it's coming from below. But without that context, it just looks like he dipped his shield in dirt. So despite those flaws, there are some parts of the paint job that I'm really proud of. Now, this model kit comes with a sheet of stickers. Fuck 'em. They gave you a sticker for the eye, but instead I painted it, and I think it came out pretty good. All I did was use the pink highlighter and top coated it. I also like how all the mechanical detail came out. The metallic paint I used is really nice. The silver dry brushing is not subtle, but I think it works. These little things on his legs were once gray plastic, but I painted them silver. And I even went and painted the thrusters on his feet. And they're okay, I guess. And I also put in a little dirt and dry brushing while I was at it. Oh yeah, he's got quite the arsenal. He's got a Zaku machine gun, a Zaku bazooka, which you can switch the parts to make a super bazooka, and he's got an axe, but I haven't completed painting that yet. And to hold his weapons, you simply peg it into his hand, get a good grip on it, and there you go. Now, part of the gun's paint job that I'm really proud of is that I painted each individual bullet, and I think it came out pretty good. Also, the dry brushing on these came out pretty nice. And the bazooka even has its own bullets. Little red stripe. And he's got an alternate headpiece, which allows you to give him these fins. I like this really long fin the best. You get this thing, which is from the first episode of the Gundam series. And you get this, which is a stand connector. You simply attach it to his crotch, you get your Gundam 1-100 action base, and bam! You get some area poses. Zaku kick! Also, there's this little part that can flip down, which allows you to hold his bazooka. But it's not a tight fit. And here's kind of what I'm most happy with. Yeah, the pilot! He also comes with a standing pilot that doesn't really do anything, but I painted him anyway! Unfortunately, there's some spots on the kit where the paint is chipping off. I guess the paint I used was kinda cheap. Damn it, Krylon! So pretty much I tried to leave no spot unpainted. Except for the joints. If I painted the joints, it would hinder the articulation. And boy does this guy have a lot of articulation. The head can swivel side to side, and as you do that, the eye moves, and that's just awesome! And if you pull up on his head, you get a ball joint. Pretty unlimited head articulation right here. You get a ball joint at the shoulders, the arm can move in and out, you get a swivel, you get a double jointed elbow, you get a ball jointed wrist, you can move it up and down, and you get some individual fingers! Yeah! But that's only because of a modification I did. Out of the box, there's actually a trigger finger 3-finger split, but I cut those 3 fingers. And now he's got individual fingers. Boy! Even the shield and shoulder pad is articulated. You get a ball joint at the waist, you can crunch a little bit, and all these side skirts move around like crazy. His leg can rotate forward and back, he's got a thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and some really great ankle articulation. And he's got a toe. And these little rockets are on ball joints. And while we're at the backpack, there's this little switch here that's supposed to move the pilot seat left and right, but on my figure, unfortunately, it doesn't really work. Kinda have to get a tool in there to move the seat. But whatever, you're never really gonna see it anyway. Why'd I even paint the goddamn pilot? So this figure's a pretty good size. Here he is next to a Dinobot, Batman, Ryuko, and Godzilla. So overall, I really love this thing. However, if you're not into building and painting your action figures, stay far away. Simple as that. So do any of you guys like building model kits? It doesn't have to be Gundam. Tell me about your experiences in the comments. And just a heads up for you guys, there will be more model kit reviews in the future because I am into this sort of thing. You know what I'm also into? 80s music. So if you like this video, give me a like and a comment, and subscribe for more toy reviews. Like I said, stay tuned for more model kit reviews in the future. I'll see you next time.